So welcome everybody to today's air mandala practice. For anybody who's new to mandala, it's a style of vinyasa yoga which is based on the 4 elements. So we have air, water, fire and earth mandala, all corresponding to different energies, different body parts. And we're going to be stretching today in our air mandala into the front body. So lots of back bends, lots of opening into our heart space. And it's going to be great fun. Make sure you've got a bolster, a couple of blocks and a strap as well. We're going to start, as always with our mandala, with a bit of yin to arrive in a space to open into the parts of the body that we're going to be using through the next hour. So place your bolster flat down on the mat and we're going to come into a supported fish pose. So lying flat with the bolster underneath the back, rest your spine. Place your arms open either side with palms facing up. Legs can either be out straight, feet flopping to each side, or you can bring your legs into a reclined butterfly to open into the inner thighs. Take a deep inhale, expand the belly and the chest. As you exhale, feel the shoulder blades melting either side of the bolster. Starting to run through a little scan of the body, starting with the crown of the head and moving down the back of the body, so moving down into the neck, all the way through into the shoulder blades. And as you move your attention into each part of the body, just becoming aware of any tightness, any tension, any aches or pains that you're holding there. Moving all the way down the spine and into the head. Part of the body where we often hold a lot of tension is in the hips. So just using the exhale to really melt into the bolster underneath you. Finally moving all the way down the backs of the legs and into the soles of the feet. So as I mentioned, our mandala practice is a system of 4 elements, and not only does that correspond to which part of the body that we're going to be stretching through this next 60-minute class, but it also corresponds to energies or feelings or perhaps even character traits in each person. So usually, each one of us will identify mostly with one main element. Perhaps we have a secondary element that we also identify with. But usually someone will always have an element that they feel they do not connect with, that they feel they aren't connected to. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the air element means or how it shows up in a person, how it resonates. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then perhaps we're going to start to work on or bring out some of those qualities through the next hour-long class. So an air person is somebody who's often in their head. So rather than genuinely usually being connected to their emotions, they're somebody who's a much more strategic thinker. They love to plan, they love to organize, they love to think outside of the box. They're often quite intellectual, perhaps philosophers, teachers. Now that job doesn't always dictate what element you'll be. It's simply someone who likes to take their time to think around a problem, perhaps problem solvers, to come to a solution at the end. So a little mental contemplation as you're in your reclined fish. When do I feel at my most air? When do I connect most with this air element? And if you're thinking that doesn't sound like me at all, then that's absolutely fine. We're just going to work into the physical body, breathing into the heart space, into Anahata chakra. And exhale. If you're in your reclined butterfly legs, slowly bringing the thighs together and removing the bolster from underneath the body. We're going to turn to come and lay on our front into Sphinx pose. So laying down on the belly, placing the elbows underneath the shoulders, fingertips spread nice and wide. Think about gently pulling the chest forward. Make sure your head isn't looking up, so you've got a kink in your neck. Let your spine be straight, so looking just in front of the mat. Make sure you're not feeling too much compression in the lower back. The length here should be coming from the crown of the head reaching forward, the chest reaching forward. So the reason in our mandala that we always start with our yin flow is to warm up through the parts of the body that we'll be using through the asana practice. If you haven't practiced mandala before, the sequence starts with our yin. We move into a mandala flow, which is where we build heat in the body and start to circle around the mat. We then have an extra standing sequence before bringing it back down to us seated. And finally finishing off with another last bit of yin. The goal is not only strength, not only building heat and connecting to our bodies, it's also integration, which is why we start off a little slower, allowing your body to settle into the space, closing your eyes and breathing nice and slowly. And perhaps starting to notice the pauses at the top of the inhale. So as you breathe in through the nose, perhaps holding that inhale, suspension of the breath for a few seconds before you let it go. A deep inhale. Suspension, let's hold that inhale. And let it go, exhale. Straight back in, let's inhale. Suspension, let's hold the breath at the top, feeling light. And exhale, let it go. Let's do that twice more. Inhale. Suspension, holding the breath in. And exhale, let it go. Final time together. Let's inhale. Holding that breath in. And exhale, slowly bring the chest down into the mat. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders and press up through your tabletop. Last yin pose before we get started with our mandala. We're coming to Anahatasana, a heart melting pose. So walking the hands forward, just drop the forehead, forearms down into the mat. Your hips should be directly above your knees. Personal preference if you'd like to have your toes tucked or tops of the feet resting on the mat. The other option is to have your chin resting on the mat, and this is going to feel different for every person depending on your mobility in your upper back and spine. So have a little play, either chin on the mat or forehead on the mat, whatever feels better for your body. A few more breaths here. Really breathe into the heart space, expand through the front body, and exhale, allow your chest to sink down. Final breath here. And then walk the hands back in. We're coming to meet in our child's pose, Balasana. Rest the forehead on the mat. Sit back onto the heels. Stretch the fingertips forwards. And we're going to start to activate our Ujjayi breathing. Breath with sound. As you inhale in through the nose, listen to the sound of the breath, moving like a wave in the ocean. As you exhale, a slight constriction through the back of the throat. It's like you're trying to fog up a window, keeping the mouth closed. So it will sound a little bit like this. Inhaling in, And exhaling. Couple more rounds in your balasana, child's pose. When you're ready, we're going to meet in our downward facing dog. So tucking the toes under on an inhale. On an exhale, let's send the hips high, downward facing dog. We're going to walk to the top of the mat, nice and slowly, little baby steps. Meeting in our forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway left, Ardha Uttanasana, reach the chest forward. Exhale, let's forward fold. Let the inhale bring you all the way up, arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Close over the eyes. Let's find a bit of lightness here. Melt the shoulder blades down, open the chest, tuck the tummy button in. And if you like to work with intention in your yoga practice, setting that intention now. Maybe it's something linked to the air element. Feeling light, creating space, feeling expansive, feeling creative. Whatever that intention is, bring it into the third eye space on the inhale. And on the exhale, let's let it flood through the body. Ready for our first Surya A. On the inhale, rise up, reach up, look past the thumbs. On the exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway left, Ardha Uttanasana, reach the chest forward. Exhale, plant the hands and step or float back through your vinyasa. Inhale, press the chest through for your back bend, baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling for 1. Exhaling for 1. Always the option in this downward facing dog, we're going to be holding it quite often for 5 breaths. So you always have the option to drop onto the knees if you feel your energy is a little lower this morning, if you're not quite there. Take your time. Listen to your body. Listen to what you need. Might be different from yesterday, from a different day's practice. Our bodies are always different, our energy is always different. So let's listen to that and work with it. Last breath here. We're starting with our Mandala 1 on the right leg. As you inhale, reach the right leg up high for 3-leg dog. Exhale, step the right leg in for Warrior 1. Inhale, plant the back heel down, reach up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, cactus the arms and bind. Inhale, let's turn towards the long end of the mat, open the chest. Exhale for your bound Prasarita, fold forward. Inhale for your high lunge facing the back of the mat, up onto the back toes. Exhale, let's plant the hands down and step it back through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog, right side again. We inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step to the back for Warrior 1. Inhale, plant the back heel, reach it up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. Inhale, open to the long end of the mat. Exhale, bound Prasarita, fold forward. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the front of the mat. And let's exhale, take it back through your vinyasa. Inhale for your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, ready for the left side. Let's inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step to the front. Inhale for your Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale to cactus the arms and bind. Inhale, turning to the long end of the mat, open the chest. Exhale, bound Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the back. Exhale, step it back through your vinyasa. As you exhale, we're coming all the way down to the ground before we continue. Take the fingertips out wide on the mat. A little chest flow. As you inhale, reach the chest up. As you exhale, drop the right shoulder in and look over the left. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, we drop the left shoulder, looking over the right. Inhaling through center. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhaling center. Exhale, left shoulder. One more on each side. Let's inhale through center. Exhale, right shoulder. Last one, inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder. Press the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's take it back, downward facing dog. Ready for the left side. Let's inhale, reach the left leg high. Then exhale, step to the back of the mat for warrior one. Inhale, plant the back heel down, Virabhadrasana 1, rise up. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. Inhale, turn to the long end, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward, band Prasarita. Inhale, turning to the back of the mat, rise up, high crescent lunge. Back bend, and exhale, plant the hands, step it back through your vinyasa. Inhale for your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here 5 breaths. We inhale for 1. Exhale 1. Inhaling for 2. And exhaling for 2. Let's inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhaling for 4. Exhale 4. Last breath. Inhaling 5. And exhale 5. Coming to the top of the mat using the next breath. Let's inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, sit back on the heels, look forward. Inhale, step, float to the top of the mat, halfway left. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Gentle back bend. And exhale, palms to heart center. 3 breaths here, we inhale. Finding lightness, melt the shoulder blades back and down. No tension through the jaw, the forehead. Remind yourself of that intention. Balancing the yang with the yin, making sure we're giving ourselves that time for integration, for reconnecting to our breath, for moving inwards. For mandala 2 and 3, we're flowing through the same mandala, but slightly adding on a couple of flows as we go. On the inhale, let's blink open the eyes and rise up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands and step or float back through your vinyasa. Use the inhale, peel the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Use the exhale, downward facing dog, ready for the right side. Let's inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step to the front for warrior 1. Inhale, plant the back heel, reach up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. This time, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward for humble warrior. Inhale, reach up, squeeze the shoulder blades back. We flow, exhale, humble warrior. We're doing this 5 times, so 3 more. Let's inhale, reach the chest up. Exhale, humble warrior. Press to the outer edge of the back foot for stability. 2 more, inhaling up. Exhale, humble warrior. Final one, we inhale, rise up. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, rise up and turn to the long end of the mat. Open the shoulders. And exhale, fold for your band, Prasarita. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the back. Slight back bend, and exhale, plant the hands. Let's step it back through your vinyasa. Inhale for your up dog. Exhale, down dog, ready for the right side. Let's inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step to the back, warrior one. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. Inhale, open the chest. This time we hold our humble warrior, exhale. 5 breaths, inhaling for 1. Exhaling for 1. Everybody think about pulling that right hip back. Press to the outer edge of the left foot for 3. Exhale, 3. 2 more for 4. Exhale, 4. Last one for 5. Exhale, 5. Imagine someone's pulling you up from your hands. Inhale, turn to the long end of the mat. Exhale, bound Prasarita, fold forward. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the front. Exhale, step the hands down, step it back through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, ready for the left side. Let's inhale, reach the left leg high. And exhale, step to the front. Inhale, plant the back heel, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze the arms back. Exhale, fold, humble warrior. That's 1. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, humble warrior for 2. 3 more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, humble warrior. We've got 1 more. Let's inhale, rise up. Exhale, humble warrior. We continue our flow. Inhale, turn to the long end of the mat, open the chest. Exhale, Prasarita bound. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the back of the mat. Exhale, step it back. This time coming to lay on the ground once again. That shoulder rolls. Take the fingertips out wide. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder first. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, the right shoulder. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, right shoulder. 2 more, 1 more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Final 1. Inhale. And exhale. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Let's send it back. Downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step to the front. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, cactus, let's bind. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, let's fold. We're holding in our humble warrior. We inhale for 1. Exhale, 1. Pulling that left hip back in space for 2. Exhale, 2. Press the outer edge of the right foot for 3. Exhale, 3. 2 more breaths for 4. Exhale, 4. Final 1 for 5. Exhale, 5. Inhale, rise up, turn to the long end. Exhale, fold, bind, prasarita. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the front. Exhale, step it back through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We've got our 5 breaths here and it's up to you. You can either drop the knees, come back into your child's pose. Keep the energy high in your downward facing dog. Or you can opt for an inversion of choice. Headstand, pincha is always a good one for your air element because it's working into that back bend space. If you're not quite there with your pincha, we're going to prep with our dolphin dips. Fingertips squeezed into the ground, elbows under the shoulders, tuck the toes, send the hips high. Exhale, let's tap the nose towards the thumbs. Choose your option. You've got 2 more breaths wherever you are. Final breath. Let's inhale up onto the tiptoes, meeting at the front of the mat. Exhale, sit back on the heels and look forward. Inhale, step off, go to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, 3 breaths. Let's inhale, 1. Exhale, 1. Balance the yang with the yin. Bring some lightness and softness. Reconnect with that breath if you've lost it. Blink open the eyes, ready for our 3rd and final mandala. On the inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands. If you're jumping, make sure you take the weight into the hands first. Use the inhale for your back bend. Use the exhale, downward facing dog. The right side, let's inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step to the front. Inhale for your warrior 1. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. Inhale, bind, prasarita, open the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the back. It's time we pulse here. Exhale, bend the back knee, let's tap it on the ground for 1. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, bend and tap for 2. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, bend, slow and controlled for 3. Last 2. Inhale, reach up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, bend, let's tap. Last 1, inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, bend, let's tap. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back through your vinyasa. Inhale through the up dog. Exhale, take it back, ready for the right side. Inhale, right leg up high. Exhale, step to the front. Inhale, plant the back heel, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. Inhale, turn to the long end, open the chest. Exhale, stick the bum out, let's fold forward, prasarita. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the front. This time, exhale, we hold our high crescent lunge. Really active here, tuck the tummy button in. Reach the arms up, but relax the shoulders. And think about pulling that left hip slightly back. 3 more breaths. Sinking a little bit lower for the last 2. Final 1. Inhale. And exhale, let's step it through your vinyasa. Inhale for the up dog. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Ready for the left side. Let's inhale, reach the left leg high. Last side. Exhale, step to the front. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. Inhale, turn to the long end. Open the chest. Exhale, fold forward, prasarita. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the back. Exhale, bend the back knee and tap. Inhale, reach it up, high crescent lunge, that's one. Exhale, bend that left knee and tap. Inhale, reach it high, that's two. Exhale. Inhale, high. We've got two more, exhale. Last one. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Very last one. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, step to the back. Inhale, plant the back heel, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, cactus the arms, let's bind. Inhale, turn to the long end, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward, bound prasarita. Inhale, high crescent lunge to the front. And exhale, let's hold. You've got 5 breaths. Again, pull that right hip back in space, tap the tummy button in. Find that drishti, that focus point, whatever it is that brought you to the mat this morning. We're reaching the arms up but relaxing the shoulders. You've got 2 more breaths. Last one. Let's take an inhale. And exhale, plant the hands, step it back, your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Same as before, 5 breaths. Child's pose, dolphin, down dog, or inversion. Maybe you're playing with kicking one leg up. You can always use the wall. Listening to your body, listening to where you're at today. Where does your body want to flow? Got 2 more breaths here. Last one. Everybody meeting in our downward facing dog. Let's inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, sit back on the heels and look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat, halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring it all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. We've got 5 breaths here. Inhaling 1. Exhaling 1. Inhale for 2. Let's reconnect with that slow, steady breathing. Feel that energy, that prana flowing through the body. What does it feel like to move? Bring softness, let's bring space between the teeth. Relax the forehead, relax the shoulders. Last couple of breaths. Slowly blink open the eyes, let's let the arms drop. So we finished our mandala sequence. We're now coming into a short standing sequence before we bring it down. At the top of the mat, let's do our final round, standing. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half left. Exhale, Vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, three-leg dog, reach the right leg high. Exhale, we step to the front. It's time warrior three. Shift the weight into the right foot. Inhale, lift the left leg, hands to heart center. We hold here for 3 breaths. Steadying your gaze at the part of the mat or the ground in front of you. Flexing the back toes and lifting the back leg. We're coming next to our half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Dropping the right hand either to the ground or to a block and lifting the left arm and the left leg. Either staying here or catching the bind, grabbing a hold of that back foot, opening the chest, breathing into Anahata Chakra, creating that air element feeling. Last breath. Natarajasana, let's bend that front leg, tuck the left hip in and lift all the way up. Reach the right arm high. Then as you exhale, start to kick the left foot into the left hand. Like a set of old-fashioned scales. It's all about balance, moving slowly. If you come out of it, enjoy the wobbles and come straight back in. Final breath. Exhale, release. We're coming to warrior two. Plant the back left heel down, open out. Exhale, arrive. Really press to the outer edge of that back foot. Open the hips to the long end of the mat and reach out. One more breath. We're swapping to the opposite side. Switch the feet, warrior two to the back. Last breath. Exhale, windmill the hands down into your lizard up onto the back toes. Keep the right hand down, lift the left arm, easy twist. 3 breaths here, sink the hips lower, reach and twist the chest open towards the ceiling. 1 more, inhale. From here, nice strong transition to Vashisthasana side plank. Either grab the toe, step onto the outer edge of the right foot and take that left leg with you. Or come into your side plank variation of choice. We've got 1 more breath. Moving to our wild thing, send the hips high and reach that left leg all the way back. Lift the hips, drop the head back. Last breath. We're coming to sit down on the mat. You'll be facing back at the front with your left leg in towards the body, right leg straightened out. Marichyasana, inhale, rise up with the left hand. Exhale, press the right hand, let's fold forward, grab that foot. If you can't quite reach, grab a hold of your strap and gather it in your left hand. You've got 2 breaths, enjoying the sweet respite of a forward fold after all of that intense back bending. Last breath, inhale and exhale. Final back bend is our reverse tabletop slide. Both feet in, fingertips behind you, pointing backwards. Take an inhale, open the chest. Exhale, press through the hands, lift the hips. 2 more breaths. You can let the head go if that feels okay. Last breath here. Exhale, come to sit down. Roll it through to your final vinyasa for a standing sequence on the left side. Straight away, let's inhale, left leg high for 3-leg dog. And exhale, step to the front, warrior 3. Transition, shift the weight forward into left leg, lift the right. Flex those toes, imagine your body is stiff like a plank of wood. Reach crown of the head forward, tuck that right hip in. Last breath. Transitioning to Ardha Chandrasana, left hand comes down to the floor to a block. Right leg and right arm reach high. Staying here, or perhaps again catching that bind with the right foot, twisting open the chest. Final breath. Our next pose is Natarajasana dancer, so bending that left leg. Let's inhale, reach up. Come to stand, lift the left arm high. And exhale, press the right foot into the hand. Start to rock forward. That old set of scales, balancing, moving slowly. Using that just your focus point in front of you. One more breath. Come into your warrior two. 2 breaths here. Opening those hips to the long end of the mat. Let's relax the shoulders. Last breath. Swapping warrior two to the back. Twist the feet. Inhale, let's windmill the arms all the way around up on the back foot. Place the left hand inside the right foot and lift, reach the right arm up, easy twist. Sink the hips lower, look over the top hand. Feel it into the outer glute on the right side. Last breath. Transitioning to Vashisthasana side plank when you're ready, either hooking the big toe or taking your variation. Wild thing, let's take that right leg back, toes touch the mat, press through both feet, lift the hips. Breathe into heart space, create space. And exhale, let's come to sit down, facing the front of the mat, Marichyasana. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, press on the left arm, let's fold forward, grab a hold of that big toe, or grab your strap. Enjoying the forward fold, inhale, exhale. Final breath, inhale, and exhale. Last reverse tabletop, you can either come into the same variation, or if you'd like to come to full Purvottanasana, a little stronger, taking your feet out flat, legs out flat. Press through both forearms, lift the chest. Exhale, press through fingertips and lift the seat. Drop the head back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Can you lift that body a little higher? Last breath. And exhale, let's come to sit. Cross the legs, roll through our final vinyasa. Exhale, vinyasa, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale through your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're holding here 3 breaths. Or bring the energy down. Bring it into your child's pose. We've done the mandala. Our yin at the start, our mandala, strong body, building heat in the body. We've done our standing. Now for our seated. From your child's pose, press through the fingertips, round up into all fours, tabletop. Make sure your hands are on the shoulders, knees are on your hips. Inhale, cat and cow. Let's drop the belly, peel the ears away from the shoulders. Exhale, round through the back, drop the chin in towards the chest. Twice more. Move with the pace of your own breath. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding. Last one, inhale. And exhale, more back bending for our air element. Come through center, opposite arm and opposite leg. Reach the left arm forward, right leg back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, kick the foot in towards the bum and reach your left hand around, let's bind. Same as our dancer, kick that right foot in towards the hand. Feel the opening through the chest. Final breath. Exhale, release. We're coming to Parigrasa or gate pose. So take that right foot out, 90 degrees on the mat beside you. Press to the outer edge, the pinky toe edge of that foot. Inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, walk the arms forward as if we're coming back to Anahatasana, heart-melting pose. Place the forehead on the mat. Left toes can be tucked or untucked, depending on what feels better. And just allow the chest to sink in. If you're not feeling this in the inner thigh, really press to the outer edge of that right foot. Last breath. Walk the hands in. Let's take that right leg outside the right hand. A brief moment in our lizard. Press the chest forward. 2 more breaths. You can always elevate the back leg if you've got any fire left in you. And to finish this sequence, our pigeon, let's heel toe the right foot over to the left side of the mat. Drop onto that shin at the front. If you want to move any deeper, tuck the back toes, elevate the back knee and move that leg backwards using your back leg. This is our air element, all about back bending. So if you want to give our king pigeon a go, really engaging into the back leg and lifting, maybe grabbing a hold of the back ankle with both hands. This is really intensely opening into heart space. If you feel like just coming down into your folded pigeon, you can also do that. Engage and lift. Maybe use your strap to get a little deeper. Your variation. 1 more breath. Exhale to release. Rock onto the right hip and bring the left hip all the way around. We're coming to that whole sequence on the other side. So let's roll through center. Back to our all fours. A couple of cat and cows to reset. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Same on the other side. This time, left leg, right hand forward. Inhale to left both. Exhale, kick the left foot in towards the bum. Reach around and let's bind. Really kick that left foot in towards the hand to open through the chest. Open through the heart space. Make sure left shoulders over the wrist. Last breath. Exhale, release. We're coming to that gate pose. Place the left foot 90 degrees out on the mat. Press through the outer edge. Walk the hands forward, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, sinking down, Anahatasana. Enjoy the stretch through inner thigh on the left side. Final breath. And let's walk the hands in. Take that left foot outside the left hand. 3 breaths in lizard. Press the chest forward. Sink the hips down. Again, elevate the knee if you feel called to. Maybe drop onto the forearms. We've only got 1 more breath. Let's take it into that pigeon. Heel to the left foot over to the right. Drop onto that front shin. Shift the back leg by tucking the toes and sending the heel backwards. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhale to choose your variation of pigeon on this side. Maybe you're binding, maybe you're using your strap. Wherever you're going, arriving there for the next 2 breaths. Nice and slowly releasing. Rock onto the left hip. Bring the right leg all the way around. And we're coming onto our front, so let's cross, lift, press through the hands, jump back. And then lower all the way down. Make a little pillow with your hands, Makarasana. Rest the forehead onto the hands. Big toes to touch, let the heels flop out. Coming to our final round of back bends. So stay laying on your front. A little work through the front of the body from lying flat on the ground. And then we're going to move into our final set of yin poses. So our first one is our locust pose. Let's bind the hands behind the back, on top of the bum. Place the forehead on the mat. And as you inhale, imagine somebody's pulling you up from your hands and you're lifting the shoulder blades off the mat, lifting the chest off the mat. Then engage through the legs, engage through the quads, and lift the feet off the mat. You've got 3 breaths here. Let's see how high you can lift the shoulders and how high you can take the feet off the mat. Last breath. And slowly release. Take your gaze towards the left. Rock your hips left to right on the mat. Next, we're doing Dhanurasana, so kicking both heels into the bum. Reach around to grab your ankles. Bring the legs to touch together, forehead placed on the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, kick the feet into the hands. Let's lift up Dhanurasana, bow. The more you kick the feet in towards the hands, the further your chest will lift off the mat. Engage those glutes, lift those legs. You've got one more breath. And exhale, release. This time, take your gaze the opposite direction to the right. Last breath here. Just bring the hands under the shoulders, press through the palms of the hands to lift. Tuck the toes and sit back onto the heels. Give the soles of your feet a little stretch out. Coming to our last little back bend, Ustrasana prep, before final one, which is bridge, and then we'll bring it down to our yin. So Ustrasana prep, let's lift the hips. Keep the toes tucked if you feel like you would prefer this. Personal preference, you can also have the tops of the feet on the mat. Let's inhale, reach the right arm high. And exhale, twist, looking over right shoulder. Opposite side, inhale, reach the left arm high. And exhale, twist. One more on each side, inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. If you've got sensitive knees, maybe grabbing a blanket for under the knees. Inhale, twist. Exhale. This time, take the right arm up on the inhale. And as you exhale, take that hand onto the ankle. Really press the hips forward and open the chest. Then inhale the left arm high. And exhale, take the left hand back. What we want to avoid is leaning back to grab the ankles. So really think about pressing the hips forward, lifting through the chest. The space comes from the front body. Then you exhale and drop the head back. Staying here for 2 more breaths. Lift that chest, inhale. And exhale, slowly bring the chin in towards the chest. Rise up. Sit back onto the heels. A moment of rebound. Let's sit to one side, stretch the legs out long in front of you. Come to lay flat on the ground. Last back bend is going to be our bridge. There's a few different options. You can either come into regular bridge, place the soles of the feet on the mat, tickle the back of your ankles, press the lower back into the ground and start to lift. Lower back, middle back, upper back, walk the shoulders in, clasp the hands and squeeze. Stay up here for 5 breaths, or coming into your full wheel, placing the fingertips towards the shoulders. Really press through both hands and both feet and lift the hips up. Press the chest towards the back of the mat. Make sure the knees aren't falling out too wide. Or if you feel a little more restorative this morning, you can use your block on low, medium or high setting. Place it on that flat part right at the base of your spine. Find that stability. And then walk the legs out. Let the feet fall to either side. Arms are open with palms facing up beside you. Choose your bridge variation. Let's arrive. And give it 3 more breaths wherever you are. Last breath. Coming out of your chosen variation nice and slowly, and coming to lay down flat on the mats. So with our mandala, we start off with the yin, and then we also end with some yin to allow our bodies that integration, that feeling, to bring the energy back down and allow everything to come together. How it works is for the last bit of yin, we choose the opposite elements and work into a completely different part of the body. So when you're ready, slowly coming up, we're coming into Upavista Konasana, a nice wide leg forward fold. So turn to the long end of your mat, take your legs out nice and wide, flex the toes. If you feel like you can go deeper, hands behind the small of your back, lift your seat and move forward. Grab your bolster, your block, whatever you need for this position to be comfortable and to be restorative. You want to find a nice restful position, so hinging at the hips, forward folding. Rest the forehead onto the block, onto the bolster. We've done a lot of work into the front body today, into the heart space, into the belly, into the shoulders. So we're moving to the earth element, which is the anatomical opposite of air. Our earth element is all about forward folding. It's going to essentially give us that rebound from all of the back bending we've been doing with our air. Slowing the breath down. Releasing any last bits of tension that you're holding. Really allow your body to melt and sink into this pose. That's us halfway through. If you'd like to make any adjustments with the blocks, with the bolsters, as your body moves deeper into these yin asanas, starts to relax. Maybe you need to make some adjustments so that your body can move as deep as you like here. Final few breaths in this forward fold. And slowly walk the hands in and lift the chest up. Remove your props, any blocks or bolsters from your way. Slide that left leg to the front and leave the right. We're coming to a happy baby. Let's lie flat on the mat, either hooking big toes with your middle finger and pointing finger, or taking your hands around the outer edges of the feet. Soles of the foot are facing the ceiling. No yanking, no pulling, just allow gravity to gently guide the knees closer in towards the armpits. Perhaps a gentle rock to left to right on the lower back, or just find stillness. Become aware of which parts of your back are in contact with the mat. And then on the exhale, let's increase that surface area. Melting, feeling fully supported. Final 2 breaths before we move into our last bit of relaxation, Shavasana. And whenever you're ready, let's take the legs out on the mat in front of us, arms either side of us with palms facing up. Take a deep inhale in through the nose all the way into the belly. Open the mouth and exhale, sigh it out. One more of those, a deep inhale into the belly. And an exhale through the mouth. Running through one final body scan. This time down the front of the body where we've done all of our work through our air mandala class. Starting at the third eye, starting with that intention reset. moving down through the muscles in the face. Just relax the jaw. Move in, down the neck, through the heart space and into the shoulders. And this time, each time you take your mind into that part of your body, sending a mental signal to just release, let go of any tension, sink deeper. All the way down the front body and into the hips. And down the quads, into the calves. Finally letting the soles of the feet just flop out to either side. Arguably the most important of our asanas is Shavasana, allowing the body to integrate and feel all the hard work we put in. So please, I invite you to enjoy some time in this Shavasana. I'm going to stop this video now. It's been a pleasure to practice air mandala with you. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Namaste. If you'd like to follow along for any of my other classes, you can find them on my website, on my Instagram. Hope to see you there. Namaste.